Ladies and gentlemen, we're at Tampa International again. This time dropping my grandma off. Friggin' 767 just landed. It's a good day. It's actually gorgeous outside. So there's one thing I noticed, and I'm not sure if I have the numbers right, but at like 80 miles an hour, my IETs are only like 15 degrees above ambient if I'm just cruising, which is actually not bad. The intake helps, but my intercooler is like half destroyed. So like, well, look at this. First of all, yeah, I don't mind that, but the intercooler is really bent. That's from thousands of miles of highway driving and bugs. So it's pretty, I mean, it still obviously does the job pretty well, but I need an aftermarket intercooler like ASAP. That way I stop heat soaking. Because like if I get on the throttle even a little bit, my IETs jump like 10 to 15 degrees. Like it's really bad. One day, guys. But for now, we chill at Tampa. A good place to sit here and eat. I'm tuning the car for like the 10th time. There's so many things that I'm trying to mess with and make perfect. It's ridiculous. So I actually found out that I actually like rev hang, because I like to make, you know, little sounds with the intake, and with no rev hang, it jolts the car ridiculously in second gear. Also, it doesn't get as much burbles anymore because of the rev hang's turned off. So like, I actually like rev hang, I'll be honest with you. I did turn on boost by gear. So in first gear, I have it set for 17 PSI. That way, if I decide to floor it in first and I bang second, I'm not going to f the car up. I'm not trying to mess the clutch up, so. Please key the vehicle off for a few seconds. Turn the key back on. All right, so we got it flashed. Let's see if what I did was any good. All right, so I enabled the rev hang again, and I love the rev hang much more than no rev hang, because for one, I got my burbles back, and two, it's not so... See, it's burbling so good now with the rev hang. Two, it's not jolty, so if I want to make a whooshing sound, like, you know, if you even heard it, it was kind of quiet that time. I could do it on demand without it jolting the car. You know what I'm saying? Because without rev hang, it was really brutal. So rev hang's enabled again. A lot of people hate it in the Tension SIs. Honestly, I like it. I would much rather have it than no rev hang at all. That's just me. I also turned off boost ramping completely. I haven't really sent it yet to find out what it's like, but we're going to hear here in a minute. And on top of that, I also cut first gear boost all the way to 17. That way, if I bang the clutch doing a first gear pull, I'm not going to mess up the clutch too much, because the stock clutches are kind of weak. I'm not trying to be like that. I think I actually just spun right there. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and once I get like an open stretch of road, I'm going to go ahead and just give it like a little pull. I really want to, I'm going to go for first gear too. I want to make sure that it's only producing around 17 PSI of boost in first. If it's not, I'm not going to shift a second. I'll just let the RPMs fall, because I really do not want to bang the clutch with 23 pounds of boost in first gear. That's just asking to burn the clutch out. So in order to save my car, I'm going to be very careful about this. Overall, the driving experience has went up again. I've really hated that rev hang. It was terrible, guys. It was awful. Or I mean, without it, it was terrible. I mean, it was just, I felt so bad for the car, and it wasn't really very fun to drive. Not sure what happened. It definitely did not feel very good in second gear. I'm gonna go ahead and do another pull. I think I spun the clutch. Not really sure though, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, I'm not really sure as to what that's about. Second gear is not aggressive at all anymore. That was better. I didn't spin that time. Okay, so that second gear pull was better. I don't know why the first couple ones were terrible. Don't know what that was about. I think I was actually spinning the clutch, but I'm not sure. Wow. So, I finally realized just how bad heat soak is on these cars, okay? The heat soak is god-awful with these cars if you don't have an intercooler and even hood vents or something, because after like a couple pulls messing with the tune, second gear was like, no, I don't want to do this today. And I'm like, where's the power at? Second gear was like, yeah, no. Third gear wasn't as good either. Once it built like boost, it was fine, but it actually took a little longer to get into the power band. It like seriously left me wondering what was wrong with my car until I finally realized like, oh, it's actually, this is what heat soak is. When I was bone stock, I didn't have to worry about it because I wasn't pushing enough power and the turbo wasn't making enough heat to actually make a huge impact, so I didn't really notice it much. However, now that I'm making 23 PSI of boost, it generates a lot more heat, and now heat soak is very prevalent, and I see now as to why everyone complains about the heat soak on these cars, because it was awful. I am currently letting her kind of just cool off in here because she was running really hot. I mean, the heat coming from the motor is pretty, is a pretty good amount, so yeah, I'm letting the car just kind of chill for now, let it kind of cool down. But, I mean, other than the fact that it heat soaked, I enabled the ref hang again, and the car drives way better. I'm very happy with how it is. Also, first gear is set for 17 PSI, so first gear is actually usable now. I remember I wanted it set that way if I do a first gear pull from a dig, I won't roast the clutch, making 23 pounds of boost, because first to second gear is kind of a violent shift, even stock. You will chirp the tires, and the clutch on these cars, like I said, is weak. I said it a million times. So I don't feel like sending it into second gear while I'm making 23 pounds of boost, because I will probably destroy the clutch within like a month. So yeah, I turned down the boost in first gear to kind of moderate that. Now I can actually use it now. And whenever I'm not heat soaking, the boost hits a lot quicker than it usually did because I turned the boost ramping off. So yeah, I just need to take care of the actual heat soak issue now. I'm now realizing what everyone was complaining about with these cars. I feel your pain now, guys, okay? Because now I get it. I've made the impulsive decision to go to Home Depot because today is project day, guys. Yesterday, I was doing a lot of pulls, testing the tune out, and I learned how bad the heat soak is, right? So today, I'm going to try and solve that issue. Alright guys, so this is what we got. So, I bought 2 of these aluminum little vent things. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do this today. I don't know if I want to cut the hood. I don't know if I have the right tools for that. But they do have little vents coming from, from the back side. And 2 of those on both sides is probably the best. One of these is around the turbo area. The other one's on the other side. Should equally let pressure and heat out. I also bought these, and because I'm going to take out the fog lights, I'm going to route something to either the intake or the brakes. So a lot of custom air going on with this car. You guys know this project is one of one. It's different. This is supposed to be something different, functional, etc. So I'm not sure if I'm going to tackle that today. I actually might. I don't know if I have the right tools for it. I got to see what I got over there. But I'm going to paint those black, obviously. Probably take off the bumper today, mess with those, see what I can do, and we'll go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have it installed finally. Came out pretty good. I just repainted it. I have to kind of mess with the wire a little bit. Actually, I'm sorry, the washer fluid line, but in general, it's pretty much done. I am currently just touching up some last things. Like I said, it's pretty much good to go. Now I have a functional air vent on the car. That way, hopefully it'll help cool down just a little bit. I'm hoping that it'll at least bring down the engine temps just somewhat. My car's still gonna heat soak a lot. I'm gonna put some more vents on the sides, but for now, I'm happy with that. It should work just fine. It was a long project, a couple hours. Sorry I didn't record it much. I was just so focused. Having panic attacks as always. 'Cause every time I start a mod, I get like a panic attack. Because I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna be able to finish this? Oh my god, it's gonna come out like crap. And I mean, it's not perfect right now. I'm still gonna touch up, but I would say it's pretty good. So, disaster averted. I'm pretty happy with that. So I gotta touch up the sides here, kind of get those to sit flush. But it's pretty much done. So that's it.